Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of FTB Sky's Expert. In today's episode, we create a super interesting Osmium automation setup, as well as crafting the components of our first Flux network for wireless power. So, without further ado, I hope you enjoy. Alrighty, folks. So we're back into it now, and I want to go over a couple of things. Firstly, this right here. I'm recording this episode on April Fool's Day, and so this is the Pneumatic Craft April Fool's thing. It's a bunch of, I think it's Rickroll. Just a bunch of Rickroll particle effects and whatnot. I don't know if there's a way to, like, disable this. I don't know whose face this is, if it's not Rickroll's, but anywho, I've done some work in between episodes, and it's some pretty major things for what I want to do this episode, but I'm just going to highlight those real quick. So the first thing that I did, I can do a little demonstration here, is I did a little bit of energizing of Certus quartz, right? And if I show you this real quick, actually I don't have any Certus. I forgot how we even get this. I think it was by, yeah, we just stick you in the enrichment chamber. So let's do this real quick. And I'll explain all this over here in a minute. But we're just going to borrow this enrichment chamber real quick because we don't have, I don't think this is even going to get a single operation done, actually. Ugh. Yeah, just enough to get one. This is just for the example, though. So that's all that matters. So what I've done here is a little energizing orb automation, and this particular setup is pretty simple. It's just a comparator coming out with a redstone repeater to carry the signal, and then it extends to this. And basically when there's an item in here, it'll lock the hopper from sending another item in. So it's a pretty nice way to just automate this single item thing and whatnot. And if you want to, you know, do more with this, to say for instance like some of the energizing recipes require, if I look at this, you can see that some of them require multiple items. You kind of just tweak the redstone a little bit. So say for instance this would send out a, when there's 4 items in here, this will send out a strength of 4 signal, right? So then you would just have redstone does here, 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 and then it would reach all the way around and whatnot. You could even probably just connect it. I don't know how you would do it, but we'll probably do that at some point and once we have a more permanent setup. But the reason I did this was you can just drop these Certus in here and it'll put one in, and as it gets going, it will charge it up and whatnot and turn it into a charged Certus quartz for us, and then get extracted and to our drawer here. And then another Certus will pop right in after it, and it'll just easily automate that. So I got myself a stack here of charged Certus. This is for something we're going to be doing in this episode. But the other thing that I've done here is I've gotten a, so this is actually our original Merid Crusher. I summoned another one up there just for general use or whatnot. But we're going to be putting him here because basically what we're going to try and do this episode, on top of our wireless power transfer and whatnot, is we're going to set up a system that's basically going to pseudo automate Osmium for us, you know. It's not going to be like a great setup, but it's going to be a lot better than what we've been doing, right? So with that, I've gotten everything for a secondary fabrication matrix, right? This was the bulk of this work. A lot of these other machines we just already had on us and whatnot. But that kind of leads me into what we're going to be doing now. So to do this real quick, you'll notice really quickly that there's a couple of flaws with this system, right? Underneath, I have the liquid force pumping into the fabrication to make our Isnium dust, right? But we need to be able to, one, pull items out of this fabrication matrix and also give this fabrication matrix power, right? And when it's in a multi-block state like this, I think this is like the only, at least to my knowledge, the only outputs are this face and the face below it, right? And we're already using the face below it. So to mitigate that problem, we need to use these entangled blocks, right? Which are pretty cool. I've never actually used them before, but from some of the videos I've been watching on them, they seem pretty interesting. But to do that, we need to do the Striker's Higher Binding, which we have a ritual circle upstairs for that. But we need a couple of these items, and this aluminum glass it's not too difficult to get. Just this aluminum blend is just Desh and Signalum and Glowstone, which we've already done. So I've already crafted up some of that. But if we look at we go back here, we can see that we also need a machine frame and an Afrit essence, which I already killed 2 or 3 of these Afrits in between episodes, just so we didn't have to sit through that again. I'm not sure if there's a way to like automate this or not. But this is the big thing that we need right here, the Fluix Pearl, right? Which needs our Fluix crystals and our Fluix dust. And to obtain Fluix crystals in this pack, we need Charged Certus, which is what I was showing you earlier. And then we need Signalum, Refined Obsidian Dust, Mana-Infused Copper, regular Nether Quartz, and then 20 millibuckets of Destabilized Redstone. And that'll give us 4 Fluix crystals, excuse me. So, that is what I have been working on, right? So, I've pretty much have obtained everything except the Fluix Pearl, and that's kind of what I'm turning the recording on and bringing you folks along for right now. And part of that is going to be what we do now. So, let's go ahead. I have gotten some refined obsidian dust here, which I think is, yeah, this is what we needed. This is really simple to get. It's just diamonds and obsidian dust, right? And we got plenty of obsidian now because of what we set up last episode with our obsidian automation, whatnot. You know, so let's get on with this thing. So we're going to need 2 of these quantum mechanisms, right, for a ritual later. I will put these away. We're going to need more of this aluminum glass. So let me get the excess aluminum that I crafted and the hardened. Oh, I think I left the hardened glass in the induction smelter, actually. But let's put this away. And we'll do a little bit of sorting here with these. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. So, let's go make some Fluix. So, we're going to go down here to our dissolution chamber, right? And this actually has latex in it, right? So, I actually need to set up this recipe real quick. So, I'm going to do that. And this will be nice because it won't start. So, Fluix. I think I forgot the mana-infused copper. I think that's the one thing I forgot about. But let's see. Yeah, I did forget the mana-infused copper. But the Signalum will go here. Let me go get the mana-infused copper real quick. Okay, I've grabbed the mana-infused copper now. So we'll put you here. And now all we need to do is essentially get this latex out of here, right? So I'm going to empty this force-infused biodiesel tank. Nope, we'll empty you. Fuel. Take you out of there. Right, so we can get our latex out. And before we start this craft, I'm actually going to lock this, guy, right? So we'll right-click to drain. Left-click to fill you up. And... Okay, it is starting. It's just very slow. Yep, there's 4. Like so, and we'll get another one crafted up. We'll say the speed greatly reduces the time. So we're going to want a decent amount of this. And the reason for that being is that if we look at the Fluix Pearl uses real quick, we can see here that if we give this to a Spatial Bee, which simply just needs to be given a Charged Certus Quartz, to a Silicone Bee, which is a printed silicone, which we've already made, to a Crystalline Bee, which is just this Mana Quartz, to a Pure Bee, which is just a Pure Daisy on a normal bee, we can actually make a Fluix Bee, right? Which is what I'm going to want to do, because I'm not going to want to sit here and craft this every single time we need Fluix. I don't think there's any other way. Maybe this Quantum Assembler, eventually. This will probably be the way to get it eventually in a decent amount of time. But as you can see, this is like Fluix Comb, 20% chance. Not too bad, you know, for it to just naturally be passively generating, you know. So we're going to get enough Fluix crystals for a pearl for a bee, and then 2 Fluix pearls for this ritual, so we can do this ritual twice, right? Because I think that'll be the game plan of what we want to do. And I think that'll also benefit us the most in the long run. So, in the meantime, we could go give this to our Crusher Spirit, because we're going to need 8 of the... No, we're going to need 12 of the dust. So we'll just go ahead and get him to crush all this up for us. And this is why we have this extra guy here, so that way he can do this. And we will also keep on checking on this, because yeah, this processes pretty quickly. Okay. And with 16 Fluix, that should be enough for what we need to do with all of our stuff real quick. So if we pop on over here and we look up Fluix Pearl, we should, in theory, be able to craft 3 of these guys, right? Yeah, which is really nice. So, really quick, I have a bee that I've already set up over here somewhere. Not sure where it flew into. These crystalline bees. Yeah, there they are. We will borrow a simulation upgrade on you real quick. And we're going to need bee cages to get those guys out of there, because they want to be stubborn right now. But if we go bee cage, we have 5, but we'll make some more just because we have them accessible to us for the time being. We'll do that, and we will also, in the meantime, throw this Lumium ingot on our right, and I'm going to want one for the Charged Certus too. So we'll throw you down, right-click you, and then pull you out. Okay, sweet. And now we have all these guys in the right thing. So what I'll do is I'll throw the Fluix Bee and the Spatial Bee in here. And if we look at the Fluix Bee, we use him. A Fluix block is needed for this. So we can craft that, and then the Spatial Bee needs a Certus Quartz block, which is just more of the Certus, right? So we'll do that in just a moment. We will go Fluix first, and then Quartz. We'll do this in a little bit, but this should also solve our problem of needing this, so that'll be handy. Let's throw you down on the feeding slab here, and we'll actually take this stone out of here because we don't need more of this for the time being. But look, we've already made 3 Fluix Combs, which is super nice. So that thing will probably work pretty well for us, if I had to guess, or at least for the time being. But yeah, now that we have these Fluix Pearls, let's do our ritual. I think we have everything that we need except some more Lumium glass. I'm gonna make that second set of it really quickly. Ooh, I can grab that plate. There we go. And we will induction smelter this guy if we can. Yeah, like so. Throw this in here. Try and speed him up a little bit. There we go. And is there anything else we're going to need for this that we don't already have? Probably the machine frames and the aphorescence. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so 2 of you. And then Afrit, 2 of you. Okay. And now I think we have everything we need, folks. So we'll pop one over here to our higher binding ritual site. And we will pop one of these items in each of their respective categories. Like so. And then a quantum mechanism in the center. And we can speed this up with this guy. So he will take all that quicker. Yep. And then there's our first entangled block. And we will pop these back in here. And this in the center. Oh, missing machine frame. Yep, forgot that. Hopefully this will get it done. Yeah. So now we have these 2 entangled blocks, which is very nice for us. So let's figure out how these work real quick. We just need to do a couple of things. We need to get an entangled binder. I'm pretty sure. Right? I think this is what we need. Can be bound to blocks in the same dimension. So let's see how this works. Think if we... No. Let's see. Block selected. Okay, and then if we come over here maybe. Okay. So this is now bound to this machine, right? So we should be able to do inputs and outputs all around this block now. So we're going to hook up some power here, right, for all these different machines, like so. We'll actually put this power connector here, just so things are a little bit neater. But there's this, and then we need a logistical transporter sending the Osmium, if I remember correctly. These are obtained by... I thought it was, or is it Osmium dust? Yeah, we get the Osmium dust, and then this is used to make the Osmium ingot. Yeah. So we actually need to smelt the dust first to then turn it into platinum. So we need another step here in our processing, which shouldn't be any biggie. If we break you... Okay, what have we done now? Okay, maybe we have to reset it. Let's see. Oh, wait, no. Select you. Bind you. That's a logistical transporter, not a universal cable. So, universal cable there, right? And then we'll probably get a redstone furnace here to smelt the Osmium dust and then send it into here with a logistical. And we need to make sure that this side's an input right there. And this backside should be the extra slot now that I'm realizing that. But let's get a redstone furnace. And let's also really quickly try and set up our wireless power, because I think that's going to help us. Right, so we'll go redstone furnace for this. We just need a couple of these. 2 of those. Redstone furnace, bam. And then to get our Flux Network, right, we need a Flux plug, right, which needs Flux dust, right, which is just obsidian dust and redstone. So we'll grab some obsidian dust. And I don't think we have any enriched redstone, but we don't really necessarily need it. So we'll come down here. And we will just... we'll dump you. I don't feel good about that, but we'll just do it for the time being. And this will hopefully turn into our flux, which is what we're looking for. Yeah. Might be able to even speed you up a little bit. Hopefully. Using up a lot of power, but it's okay. We should be able to make everything now, though. So let's do this. If we go flux cores, we just need the obsidian now. We can grab over here. Like so. And grab 2 sets of these. Right, I think is what we need. So we need this flux plug, which needs this flux capacitor, which shouldn't be too bad to make. Flux plug. And then a flux point, like so. Right, and then this is our first wireless power setup. Right, which is super exciting. Super cool, super fun. But let's actually... I really want to stick this here. Where are you sending energy to? You're sending that to our pedestals over there. We'll break this side. Over here. Because we do technically have a pedestal right in there. But we'll plop you in there. If we come in here, we can create a new network. I'm just going to go with the default one. Just because it's only me playing on the server. But we'll just do all this fun stuff. Set it to that. To bypass limits and whatnot. And now if we come over here, should be able to hook this guy up in the back here. Like so. And then select our network. And we should see energy start running into all of our blocks. Which is very nice. We will bypass the limit on you. Or maybe that's all you can send out at the current moment. But it's no biggie. And eventually we're going to get... one of those points up into our space so we can get more oil and whatnot. So far we're doing fine on the oil front, so it's not like a huge concern for me. But eventually we'll get it set up and everything. So now that we have this process set up, let's do this, right? And we will do something like, we have to be a little sneaky here, okay? So we will set you as an input, right? And we will pull you out of there, okay? And then on the bottom, we want an output, which will pull you out of there, right? And let's do a quick test run of this. Because I also have to come up with a system to drop the silver for this guy. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do yet for that, but let's figure something out real quick. If I can get him to crush us some silver really quickly. And ideally we would get him to be crushing the ore, right? Because that would allow for way more to be produced. But let's throw you in here real quick. You'll get started. Okay. And then Osmium dust goes into here. Right. Okay. Which then goes into here. Now we're going to provide this with this enriching factory with diamonds. Right. But for the time being, I'm just going to test one of these enriched diamonds here. We put you here. This will be the Osmium. And I just realized this guy's not getting power because we don't have him connected. So we'll do a cheeky little line underneath real quick for him. Just because. There we go. Okay, you turn into platinum. Right. And I just realized I don't have any blocks. And Then on the right side, you need to be an output, but you're not accepting you. Because this needs to be the platinum dust. That would make sense. That would make sense. Okay. So we need another step in this process. And I think I might just grab our pulverizer friend over here real quick for just a temporary little solution. So let's do this. We'll set an input on you. You accept you. You'll output into the centrifugal separator, right? Which then will allow for you to be... I also made this cyclical processing. I'm hoping this will allow for the correct stuff to go back in to where it needs to go. But let's just grab all this real quick so we can do a couple more test runs of this. Just a lot of this silver. Okay, and then the platinum comes over here. Okay. So that doesn't send... Okay, but I have an idea. I have an idea for this. Where we can use logistical sorters, right? To send the platinum dust back in. And we can actually trash the gravel if we did this correctly. So let me get a secondary logistical sorter real quick. Okay. And I'm going to want more of these pipes. Yeah, like so. And let's also get a... Sorry. I feel like I also need a trash can for some of this stuff. For the gravel. Okay. So. We come over here. We will set a pipe on top of you that needs to be disconnected, right? We also need one here probably, so disconnect you. Okay, and we'll have a logistical sorter. Can I rotate you to... Yeah, that was correct. It was just the wrong way. Wrong way again. Maybe if I just place you like this. No. I think this is right. Okay. No, it's not right. It needs to go like that. Okay. Yeah. So in here, we will put a filter for platinum dust, right? Which is FTB skies, platinum dust. FTB skies, platinum dust. Is that correct? Platinum underscore dust. Okay. And we've typed something wrong here. If I can figure out what that is. Platinum FTB skies, colon. Let's try... Nope, don't do that. Forge, colon, dust, slash platinum. Save you. Okay, and we'll say send you to blue, right? And we'll have another filter that is gravel, right? Which is just forge gravel. We could type that and it will work. Forge gravel. Save you. And we will set you to green, right? And we'll put an input, or not an input, we'll put How can we do this? That'll work. Because it has to go back into this machine. And we can't have an output out the front. So we'll maybe do this weird wraparound thing out the bottom. Maybe. But we'll change you. Don't do that. Forgot how we changed the color. Let's see. Okay, yeah, you're set to blue. Now. Please don't do that. Why did you rotate like that? Okay. Keep you like that. Okay, these can actually be destroyed. And we will set this trash can. Set you to item. Want you to be none. I actually think I need to extend this by 1 here. Just so this can be a green type specifically. This will be green. And then we'll also set a filter, a whitelist filter for gravel, just in case. Because we don't want any of that going in there. And we will say that this logistical sorter, which I have already set to osmium, will go into this redstone furnace. Right. So hopefully now we should see if we turn this into an output, the blue should go back in. Yeah, which it does. Right. Now, this might need a pipe on it. You might not be able to just directly pop those out like that. But maybe if this is just set to tag filter. I wonder why you won't go in there when we clearly have osmium dust. Maybe set you to blue. Round robin. Or is this not the right osmium dust? No, it is. Maybe we could get away with this. Except you don't want to... okay. So you don't want to take in osmium dust. Oh, right, because you need to be arc furnaced. I forgot about that. That would explain why that isn't working. Okay, so we'll just set up a drawer then for osmium dust. So we'll say drawer. Does this have anything in it? I don't think it does. And then maybe this logistical sorter thing will work now that I have it set up correctly. So we'll grab one of you and we'll try this first. What if we do you like that and then I think you need to be rotated. No? Will you go like that? Okay, yeah, there you go. So you're only pulling osmium dust out now, which is what we want. This is the ideal solution, right? And then the platinum gets reprocessed, which also means we could throw this back in here now, which means we're going to get more osmium because this doesn't work in this thing. And as you can clearly see, now we're out of this, okay? So I need to set up now a system that will drop silver, right? So let's do something really quickly. Modify our system over here. right? As far as silver ore is concerned, I want... Okay, folks, so the temporary solution that I kind of came up with was to really just turn this off for silver, or turn all the other ores off. For the time being, I need to turn this round robin off. Basically just because we have enough of them. You know, we have a lot of these other materials that, like, we're not even really using at the current moment. Like, if I feel the need to, I'll turn this back on and whatnot. But just, I want to test the concept of it. This is kind of my quick fix for this. But, so we have these going into a pedestal, and they go all the way over here to our crusher spirit fella. Right? And now I want to get, I think it's called a dropper. Yeah, a dropper upgrade. Right? And this should allow us to have the pedestal that's going right there drop the ore right in front of the what's it called, the crusher guy. And to do this, we need some... Wow, we don't have cobblestone. That's kind of crazy. We'll put all you in there like so. Press cobblestone, and then we just need a dropper, just like so. So we make this precise dropper, and then the dropper upgrade, like so. And we're also going to want a magnet upgrade, which, these are kind of a pain to make for a multitude of different reasons, but we'll make one up real quick. Okay, we just got our magnet crafted. Now we just need to make the upgrade. And of course we don't have any upgrade bases. So why would we, you know, when we need one? That would be too convenient, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Let's see. Let's do this. Grab some gold plates. Just grab one of these real quick. There we go. Magnet upgrade, and then let's get an export upgrade, right? Which is what we need to then export the items. And then I think all we're going to need now is a filter, right? So let's get a filter like so. And I would like this to be a tag filter. Tag filter like so. Which needs the tag tool, right? If we do, I thought this was how you, yeah, tag tool. There we go. Like so. There we go. And I have this tag that's for raw materials, right? So this should hopefully allow this to... I used it over there, but this should hopefully allow us to blacklist this if I set you to that and then set you to blacklist, right? So, oh, we're also going to need work area cards, I just realized. Work area cards. Okay. So, let's see if we can do this correctly. I would like the work area of this, right? Because I'm pretty sure this dropper needs a work area. We will set you, if I can hop up here real quick, to, I think just this block would be sufficient. So let's put this dropper upgrade in and see what it says. Work area or work location. So we'll put you in there. Let's see. Do you just drop stuff? How do you work? You might be dropping it in the wrong spot. Or you might not be able to drop there. Let's see. Work tool. Grab you out. We'll reset you. Let's say this block to this block, right? And then we'll put you in there. Be able to drop some somewhere. Because you can see that this is... Or actually, I grabbed this. Okay. Yeah, he picked some up. So this is working. All right. And let's put a tag filter on you. And we will grab another work area card. We'll say you to you, right? And we'll put this magnet upgrade in. Hopefully this is within the range, right? Okay, yep. You've picked up the silver dust now that this is procured, right? And we might increase the speed on this if we can. But now if we put our export upgrade like so, and then we grab our linking tool, which I left upstairs because I crafted an upgrade. Grab you. Let's hook these two up like so. And then you should send that in there, which should then start this whole process, right? Now, I'm not sure if it tries every block in this range. For what I might do, actually real quick, if we do this, we'll test something real quick. We'll do a quick little test. Let's do work area, grab you out of there. Let's clear you. Let's set you to that block. And let's say only this block, right? We will plop you back in there, right? And there you go. Yeah, you're dropping stuff a lot quicker. Like that. So that's the way to go about it. So, yeah. The magnet should hopefully pick up everything. It hopefully shouldn't miss anything. For the most part. Which should be good. And this should hopefully provide us with a ton of osmium. That's kind of... We don't even have to think about it, you know? It's kind of just self-sufficient. We already have 15, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I kind of like this little system here. I thought we were going to need 2 of these. I thought I could only... For some reason, I thought I could only do 1 face of this block. But, I guess not. I guess it counts as the whole block, which is really nice. That's really makes these, like, the crafting of these a lot more friendly, especially in this with what we have going on. But yeah, this is working great, I feel like. Now, I feel like this might need some speed in between these two, because this is already getting backed up because of how quickly this guy produces this. But are we also not getting any more silver from over here? What's the holdup over here? Or is it just taking a while? No, you're getting sent into here. Why are you doing that? I don't want you to go in here. You know what? We'll just disconnect you, is what we'll do for the time being. Because we've already kind of cut that system off, so why not? I will figure that out more in depth when I have some more time. But, yeah, folks. I think with that being said, though, you know, we might give these a few more upgrades, whatnot, maybe get this a little bit faster. But now we kind of have osmium producing, which is super, super hype, in my opinion. We could probably make this go a little bit faster if we upgraded this component. If we, let's give it a test real quick. We see. Let's try this, see what happens. Yeah, that goes a little bit faster with that. So we'll swap you out, actually, for the time being. Just because this still runs pretty fast, even without that. But yeah, that's probably where I'm going to call it for today, folks. I feel like this was a pretty eventful episode. I really liked what we got done and everything like that. And next episode, I promise, I mentioned it last time, but I promise next episode, we're going to get these teleporters set up. I just have to do a little bit of... I did this whole setup because I need more osmium, basically. And now that we kind of have access to that, it's really going to open up a lot of this stuff. Because, as you can see, we need a lot of steel casings, which means osmium, you know. Basically, I just want a bunch of osmium, you know. So, we were kind of progression locked behind that. But I feel like now that we have this set up, this is really going to help us out for the future of what we're doing. So, yeah, everyone. As always, if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And let me know if you have any advice or anything you want to see down in the comments below. I read them all, and I appreciate all the support and feedback. And yeah, guys, as always, it's been real. Talk to you later. Peace.